Welcome to another Sunday morning worship service. Excuse me. Brought to you by the Empowering Temple of Praise Church. Yes, still being constructed. Yeah, we got to go through all the red tape that Fort Worth is giving us, but that's all right. We know God is still in the blessed business, and He gonna make that happen for us, right? We still need your seeds, your tithes, and offering, y'all, because it's a lot of red tape involved. But we not worrying about the red tape. We trusting in God. God gonna make it come together. Amen. So come on, invite your family and friends and tell them, hey, E-Top is on. Come and get this powerful word that God has for you. We're gonna go back old school. And some of y'all know this song, but if you don't know it, that's all right. You're gonna know it real soon. But this song says, I decided to make Jesus my choice. Yeah, some of y'all know it, right? Yeah, the old school, or should I say the senior folks should know this. Y'all help me sing this song before we get the words. Some folk would rather have houses and land. Yes, they would. Some folk would choose silver and gold. These things they treasure, but they forget about their soul. I decided to make Jesus my choice. Y'all remember this song? It's old school. This way back. Them young folk don't know nothing about it. Come on. Oh, some folk would rather have houses and land. Some folk would choose silver and gold. Oh, yes, they would. But these things they treasure and forget about their souls. I decided to make Jesus my choice. Y'all should know this part, especially if you sing it, you're old school boy. You know the road is rough and the going gets tough and the hills are hard to climb. I sorted out a long time ago, and there is no doubt in my mind. I decided to make Jesus my choice. Oh, yes, I have. Come on, one more time. Oh, you know the road is rough and the going gets tough and the hills are, yes, they are, hard to climb. But I started out a long time ago, and there is no doubt in my mind. I've decided to make Jesus my choice, my choice, my choice. I've decided to make Jesus my choice, my choice, my choice, my choice. I've decided to make Jesus my choice. Yes, 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 yes. The road is rough and the going gets tough, and yet God still wants us to wait on it, right? Yeah, hey, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Hey, that's a word from the Lord. In the prophet Isaiah, chapter 40th chapter of the prophet Isaiah, verse 31, very familiar passage of scripture. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this word blessed me and encouraged me and helped me. And I know it ain't just for me, it's for somebody else too, right? Woo! Well, I say, God, I hear you. Thank you for giving it to me first because I needed it, and I needed it. Here is what is recorded in the, got your food, right? KJV, the King James Version. Here's what is recorded. Isaiah, the 40th chapter of Isaiah, verse 31. Here is what is recorded. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint. They that wait upon the Lord, using for a subject from which to preach, y'all already got it. Waiting for your time to pop. Waiting for your time to pop. I said this earlier. I know that God is talking to me, saints. Why you say that, Bishop? Glad you asked. Because for the past 2 weeks, for those that remember the past last week's sermon, for the past 2 weeks, God has been talking about waiting. He's been trying to focus us on waiting. So I know it ain't just me waiting on something, right? It got to be y'all too, because he would have just said, Bishop, here, let me talk to you personally. And no, but he said, Bishop, let me give you this message. I want you to preach this message because it's coming to you first, and then you make sure you give it to the other folk. He must be, it's y'all are looking at me right now, whether you are looking live or on the recorded version. Some of you are watching and say, ooh, this is for me too, Bishop, because yeah, I've been waiting on something, and I've yet to have it, yet to receive it. And God, I see he keep reminding me that I need to wait. Yeah, you got to wait for your time to pop. I know he's talking to me, right? And he say, Bishop, preach this message because I need you to understand that you need to wait, and there is power in waiting, right? Because if you be honest with yourself, it's hard to wait, y'all. I mean, let's go ahead and tell it like an is. It's hard to wait sometimes. Now, some of y'all may say, no, I've been waiting on something for about 4 months now, Bishop, so I'm good. Yeah, well, what if it go to a year? You're like, oh, I'm good. What if it go to a year and a half? Oh, that's good. What about 2 years? I don't know now. That's a little pushing. I got you. I know right now. Now you see where I am, right? Yeah, that's some stuff you wait on, and it takes a long time. See, some of y'all can wait for a minute. So some of y'all can wait for, I'll give it a week. Y'all can wait for a week, right? Maybe a month. But when you've asked God for something and it have yet to come to fruition, it's hard to wait. Let me raise my hand because some of this y'all hand too, right? You don't want to raise your hand, I'll raise it for you. Because sometimes it's hard to wait, especially when you really long for something, right? You really say, God, I really want this, Lord. Not that it's a need, but a desire in your heart that God said he would give you if your ways are pleasing and you delight yourself in the Lord, right? So that's no problem. It's just hard to wait sometimes. Let's put it that way. In the process of waiting, we get discouraged. Yeah, I can say we because I can tell on myself I ain't by myself. In the process of waiting, we get discouraged. It's a certain portion of our body and our mind and our heart that it begins to affect us while we in the waiting mode, right? Like, you okay, sister, brother? You all right? Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed. You know, it's a different response when you've been waiting for something. And watch this. Sometimes you wait for stuff that you see other folk already get. Oh my goodness. Let me move on here because I ain't supposed to go there yet. Wait on the Lord. I love Isaiah, right? Isaiah, in the way he depicts waiting and describe, watch this, what God say will happen while we are in the waiting room, right? He said, listen here, if you wait on the Lord, I'm talking for those of you, notice it ain't everybody, because everybody can't wait. He said, those that wait, right? I'm talking to the one that are willing to wait. Those that say, God, I don't have no problem with waiting. You know, I'm going to trust you, y'all. I'm going to trust you, Lord. He said, those are the one I'm talking to. Those that wait on the Lord. But what you mean, Isaiah? Isaiah said, if you wait on the Lord, which means to acknowledge, watch this, acknowledge and trust God's timing. That's what waiting on the Lord means. You know what? I'm waiting. What you waiting for? I asked God for something and I'm waiting on. What you are in essence saying is that I don't care how long it takes, even though, watch this, I want it to be short. I want it to happen next week. I want it next month. I want it by December the 25th. Again, talk to me somebody. I want it before January 1st, 2025. I want it at least by March before spring. You know, there's something that you are asking for, and you like it. I'm waiting on you, God, but I would like it to happen in this season, right? But here's the deal. But not my will, but your will be done. There we go. I want it by tomorrow, but if it don't happen, I'm trusting you that you're going to give it in the right time. Isaiah said, if you wait, that's a form of acknowledging to God that you trust him, right? Because otherwise, you don't trust him. If you're like, man, I can't wait for this. I'm sorry. I asked you for it, and it ain't happened. I'm just going to go and get I'm going to get my husband on my own. I asked you, God, I've been asking you for a good man. I done had all these jokers, these low-down jokers. You gave me all these other folk, and I was looking for my Boaz. You gave me all these other donkeys. Come on, somebody. And I've been looking, I'm just going to find them myself. God, Isaiah said, no, those that wait on the Lord. What's going to happen if they wait? What's it? Isaiah says in verse 31, he says, if you wait on the Lord, watch this, the first thing that's going to happen, he said, your strength will be renewed. Watch this. Your strength will be renewed. Renew your strength. What do you mean, Isaiah? I love this, right? Isaiah was talking to me because God talked to him. Isaiah is saying when your strength is renewed, watch this, this is not coming after the waiting has been over with and you got what you received. Now, Isaiah is saying in the midst of your waiting, oh man, don't miss it because it blessed me. In the midst of your waiting, your strength will be renewed. Why? Because what that means is it emphasizes first that because of your desire for something, your strength, watch this, has been depleted. When you wait for stuff and you don't get it, something happens to you. Your mind, your thought process, you don't feel the same, right? Watch it, especially when you see other folk get the stuff that they've requested, that they've asked God for. So it does something to you, and that's why God told Isaiah, hey, tell the people this. If you wait on me, this is what's going to happen to you. Because if you wait and you don't get it, then there's a certain level of your strength that is depleted. There's a certain level of your fortitude that has been dampened, right? So what Isaiah is saying is that portion that you lost because you've been waiting, if you wait on me because you don't have it, I'm going to renew that strength that you once had before you ask me why you in the waiting room. Oh man, I don't know if I can say that again. Here it is. And Isaiah is saying, watch this, strength ain't just talking about physicality. Because sometimes you've been waiting and you feel weak, you can't eat right. You're like, oh man, I just don't feel right. What's wrong, sister? Oh man, I asked God for this and it ain't happened. Well, it's all right. You know, they're going to encourage you. It's all right. God, he's an on-time God. You know, all that sound good, right? It don't work a lot of time, y'all. I'm just going to tell you. It sounds good when folks pat you on the back. It's all right. Then trust God. Yeah, watch it. They say trust God, but they got theirs. Trust God, sister. Brother, you can trust them. While they driving their car that they asked God for, you still waiting. They in their house while you still waiting, right? It's easy to say that, right? I got that, right? Ain't nothing wrong with them encouraging you. But Isaiah said, listen here, all that patting on the back is good. But I need you to focus on waiting and acknowledge God's timing, and his timing is right. And if you do, he said, I'm going to renew that strength in you that you lost while you looking at other folk getting what God gave them, and you still in the waiting room. Preach, Bishop, I am. Because sometimes, hey, let's be telling the truth right, y'all. Y'all know Bishop gonna tell it like an ISL. Sometimes when you wait, you get depressed. Oh, man. Woo. Get riled up. Here it is. Sometimes you get depressed when you're in the waiting room. Thank you, Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost said, say this, Bishop. I was in the doctor's office the other day, right? Some of you probably, your body's so good you don't have to go to the doctor, but not mine. So I'm in the doctor's office, right? Still trusting God, right? I'm in the doctor's office, and the appointment, I think it was at 1400, 2 o'clock for you civilians, right? 1400, 2 o'clock, right? As always, I get there early. 1:45, 13:45 for you military folk, right? I get there early. I check in, all right, be right with you. I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Watch it, 2 o'clock come, they ain't called me. I'm like, my appointment was at 2. Watch it, my appointment was at 2. Well, this don't make sense. Why they tell me at 2? I come early and I don't understand, right? I'm not saying this out loud. I'm saying it on the inside. You know how we do, right? There's a lot of stuff we don't say out loud. It's our inner voice that's talking, right? And I'm like, I'm looking over at the counter. I'm looking over at the folk. I see other folk walk in. People come out the door. The nurses and all that come out the door. They say other names. Jerry Williams. I'm like, Jerry came after me. But hey, that's all right. Watch it. That happened like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, I don't understand. So I walk up to the counter like 2:15, 14:15 military, and I say, excuse me, yes. I checked in at 1:45, and she said, oh, Mr. Miles? I said, yes, yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll be right with you. We'll be right with you. We understand, we got you. Special thing gonna happen for you. That's why, we waiting for the pop. She was telling me stuff, right? I said, okay, what's it? I didn't say, no, forget that. I ain't waiting no more. I'm getting ready to leave. You know why I didn't do that? Because there's power in waiting. There's strength in waiting. The thing that I needed to help my arm wasn't gonna happen if I just decided to leave, right? You know what? I don't waited this long. I'm leaving. Watch this. I didn't leave because other folk who came after me was seen before me. I still didn't leave. Why, Bishop? Because it still wouldn't help me if I left the office where I was waiting just because I saw other folk get what they came for, and God is trying to tell somebody, you need to stay in the waiting room and wait on me. Oh man, calm down, Bishop. I am. Oh man, calm down. Here it is. And I was able to, after a while, I think it was about 45 minutes, an hour later. Mr. Miles, and they come, I go in, they hook me up, put the injection, I let him on feel better, right? But it wouldn't have been that way had I decided to just leave the waiting room. God is trying to tell you, stay in the waiting room. Wait for your time to pop. Right there, it ain't your time. I don't care if you came early or you on time. God say it might not be his time. That's what they wrote. They said 2 o'clock. I said 2:45. Tell God, yes. I know though sometimes it's difficult to wait, but God say you need to wait. I ain't saying it ain't gonna be hard to wait. I ain't saying you ain't gonna be depressed while waiting. I ain't saying you gonna see other folk blessed while you still waiting. I ain't saying other folk that was behind you get in front of you and get there. I ain't saying that ain't gonna happen, but I'm telling you, regardless of all of that, God say wait. Yeah, he preaching this to me, y'all. I got you, God. I'm listening to you while I'm telling the folk or your children the same thing. God say, wait on me. And then, watch this. Isaiah says, they watch this, those that are in the waiting room, he said, not only will God renew your strength, but he said, watch this, that while you are waiting and you are in the trusting mode and you have acknowledged God and told God, I don't care how long it takes, I'm going to wait on you. Isaiah says, the folks that wait, those that wait on the Lord, this is who we talking about, not the folk that can't wait, not the folk that say, I'm too impatient for that. I got to go get it. I get it from somewhere else then. You know, they don't have it in Dallas or Fort Worth. Well, I go to Houston and get it. I ain't going, folk that can't wait, they got to have it. He ain't talking about them. He said, those that wait on the Lord, right? Those of us who wait, say, I'm going to wait on you. As long as it take God, I'm waiting on you. He said, those folk, watch this, they shall mount up with wings like an eagle. You ain't gonna be no eagle, right? You can't go and fly in the air. We can flap our arms all we want. We ain't gonna lift up off the ground, right? It doesn't matter, right? He said, we're gonna mount up with wings like eagles. What do you mean, Isaiah? Watch this. What do eagles do? Glad you asked. Eagles soar high, right? Eagles, watch this. Eagles soar up above. Eagles, here it is. Eagles soar above their enemies. Eagles soar above their problems. Eagles soar above their issues. Eagles soar above their dilemmas, their controversies. They soar above it, right? They ain't worried about it. They are way above it. They're overhead looking down at it saying, I ain't worried about it. Isaiah said, if you wait on the Lord and you focus on trusting him, he said, that's the mindset you gonna have while you are in the waiting room, right? You're going to have that spirit of an eagle to say, you know what, I'm rising above this. I ain't worried about the struggles I'm in right now. My problems, my dilemmas, my circumstances, I'm rising above them while I'm in the waiting room. Oh my goodness. See, here it is. I like this. Then he says, they shall run and not be weary, and walk and not faint. I know if we just look at that in the context of the carnal mind, we ain't gonna understand what Isaiah is focusing on. But watch Isaiah, right? If you dig deep in what Isaiah is referencing, Isaiah is saying that if you are waiting on God, not only will you soar above, not only will God renew your strength, give you a different mindset in the waiting room, but he said you're gonna have the mindset to run and not get tired, right? Been running this a long time. I'm not tired yet. He said, you're going to have that mindset, right? Watch this. And then when you walk, he ain't talking about just this walk right here. He's talking about your livelihood, right? Right? When you sing the song, walk with me, Lord, walk with me, right? When we say walk, we talking about living. He ain't talking about no average day walk. He talking about living your life, right? Your life will not have that mindset of giving up, right? When he says fainting, he's talking about giving up. You won't have that mindset like, you know what, I can't do this no more. This is too much for me, right? He said, put your trust in God, and you will be like that runner. Watch this, who doesn't get tired, who doesn't get weary, right? Meaning that you will be able to continue with your everyday activities, your everyday activities, all day, whatever you've been doing, whatever you used to do, you will still be able to do those things, right? As a runner does. Have you ever seen the marathon? You know why the Olympics, they have certain only about 10, 15 folks that are in the Olympics, because them folk can run and run. See, most of you and me, we can run down the driveway and that's it before we get tired. But the Olympic runners this past year, them jumpers were running like they were sprinting, but they were running several times around, right? 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters. I was like, how in the world y'all doing? They just going. Like they don't even have asthma or breath or anything, right? I'm like, how they folks just run, right? But you know why they're able to run like that? Because they've been running, right? They are used to running, right? They've been running. And what Isaiah is saying to you and me today is that if you trust in Lord, if you make an acknowledgement to God and tell him, I'm going to wait, then God is going to renew your strength. He's going to mount up you with wings like eagles, right? He's going to allow you to soar above your problems and your difficulties. Watch this. If you wait on the Lord, God is saying he's going to have you in the mindset like a runner. You're going to be able to run and do your life and not be worried about nothing. You ain't going to be tired. And he said you're going to be able to walk. You're going to be able to live your life and not give up. Oh, I love that, y'all. I love that. And all you have to do is your part. Because at the beginning, Isaiah said, those that wait. Oh my goodness. That's it, right? Those that wait on the Lord. Damn, whoever does that, those things will happen to you. Watch this, watch this. This reminds me, let me get through with this because this is a real simple sermon. I already done preached it, but let me end it this way. This reminds me of how popcorn is made, right? See, those of you who are over my age, 56. Let me, you may not remember these, right? If you are my age and above, you're going to remember. If you are lower, you may not remember, right? But I remember, y'all remember popcorn the way? It's different now. They put in microwave, put it on 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, or just press popcorn on the microwave, and then, boom, and you're going to start hearing popping in a minute, right? But watch this. When, before the microwave and all that came to fruition, you know how we popcorn? You know how we pop popcorn? Yeah, some of you know, right? Some of you know. Here it is. Mom would, or we would get a pot, right? A big old pot, and we would pour the kernels, the popcorn kernels, in there, right? And put all in there, right? And then we'll put the lid on there. Come on, somebody. And then we will turn the heat on. All right, come on, y'all. Then we will turn the heat on, right? And we did this and waited. Watch this. We wanted the popcorn. We were hungry, right? And we had to taste for it. I want the popcorn. But we had to go through a process in order to get what we wanted, right? We couldn't just go and just start eating the popcorn because it wasn't ready yet, right? It had, watch this, don't mess this. I'm going to end this with this. It had to go through what we call the preparation phase, right? You had to get you had to prepare for the popcorn that you wanted. You had to prepare it first to go through something in order to be able to get something out of it. Oh my goodness, I don't even know if I can say that again. Here it is, right? Anybody remember the mic before the microwave? This is how we had to do it. We ain't talking about the microwave days right now, because right now, microwave, y'all like this. I gotta have it now, right? That's the mindset. I want you to just go back a little further. You may have been 10, you may have been 8, you may not have been born, so let me help you out. The way the popcorn was back then, we had to wait a little longer than we do in this day and time, this microwave society that we live in, right? And we had to wait, and we were waiting, and next thing you know, after a little time go by, right? After a little heat, because it had to take some time to heat up, right? Then the oil, right? If you hadn't done it beforehand and heated the oil, we had to wait, and we just waiting, and we waiting, we doing it, and all of a sudden, watch this, you would hear a pop. Oh, we like, yeah, here we go, yeah, here we go. And then after a little while, pop, you hear another one, right? Pop, you hear another one, right? Like, pop, you heard, then you hear the kernel. Wait a minute, here it is. Y'all say, Bishop, why in the world are you talking about popcorn? And what does that have to do with our walk with Christ? I'm glad you asked, right? Because just like the popcorn kernels, the way they had to be prepared, sometimes God has to prepare you to get to you where you want to be, right? He prepares us to set us up, I like this, for what we have asked for. Because watch this, sometimes we ask for stuff that we ain't prepared to receive yet. Sometimes we ask God for things, we ask God for them, we ask God for him, we ask God for her, and God say, you ain't ready for him yet. You ain't ready. Okay, here it is. Sometimes, watch this, God has to set you up for your blessing that you asked for. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Here it is. So watch it. Sometimes God does this. You may say, God, I've been messing with all these dogs. I need a real man. God, can you send me a real man, Lord? I ain't looking for no man, because every time I look, I get the devil. After he looks good, hair looks good, white teeth, but that joker is underneath. I couldn't see it. God said, yeah, that's why you need to talk to me. I saw it. He's like, man, I'm just going by all his breath smell good and everything. God said, yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with breath. The inside is demonized, right? So you say, God, I need a man, and I'm just gonna wait on you, right? You know what sometimes God does? I ain't telling you what I just imagine. I'm telling you it happened. God will have you driving down the street, going to a store, and cause your fuel hand to be where it is, but it stopped working and you didn't know it. Watch this. I'm telling you, God is so awesome and powerful. He can make things happen that's in disbelief. He will stop that hand from working and allow you, next gas station. And you know who we gonna have to stop? That single, godly, loving man that you ask him for. That man gonna stop. Oh, you got somebody here having a problem. Let me put on my right turn signal and go over here, put on my flashes. How you doing? How you doing? My name is Jonathan, and I just wanted to stop. And you call anybody? No, I just ran out of gas. I guess my hand doesn't work because it shows it's half full, but it says, seems like I'm out of gas. He said, let me check it out for you. Let me check. I did. Hey, you know what? Come get in. Let me take you to the gas can. You don't have no gas can now. Hey, God, why y'all going to do that? Y'all smiling and laughing, and this is crazy. Ain't never happened to me. And you look over there, don't see nothing on his finger. You like, God ain't doing me like this. I know God ain't doing. Yes, he does that just like that. God has a way of sending you what you ask for. Watch it, but he has to prep you. Sometimes he prep you by setting you up to be blessed. Oh my goodness, here it is. God prepares us through various experiences, through various challenges, through various trials, through various lessons, through various tribulations. He prepares us, right? The way he prepares us sometimes may be unorthodox. It doesn't even seem right. But you ask, God say, I'm going to answer, and I may not answer the way you thought, right? I love that, y'all, because you ask God for stuff, he got to add, he got to give it to you, but he going to give it to you in the right time, right? And then here it is. That was the preparation phase. You also have what we call the heating phase. When you look at the way the popcorn kernels were placed in the heat, they was already prepared from the bag, and you poured it in the pot. And then you had to put it under heat, right? Then you get to the heat phase. Why is that relevant to our life? Because all of us understand that heat symbolizes trials and tribulation. Heat symbolizes the stuff that we face in our life, the stuff we go through, the stuff we have been bamboozled by. Heat symbolizes all of those things that bothers us on a day-by-day basis. Some may face hardship, and sometimes the heat may seem overwhelming, and some other folks might experience, you know, a different type of season in the heat than you do. But every one of us are in that heat phase a lot of times, and God is prepping us for our time to pop. Oh my goodness, here it is. You can't get upset because you see somebody else pop before you do. You can't get mad because watch this, you in the same pot, but you under the same heat. But you may not pop when somebody else pop. Oh my goodness, I just said something. God said, Bishop, remind them that they need to wait for their time to pop. You in the same heat, right? You right next to somebody, and y'all may have asked for the same thing, but God is saying, sometime, baby, you may not pop when your neighbor pop. You may not pop when your cousin pop. You may not pop when your coworker pop, but just wait on your time to pop, because God got you in the heat, preparing you until it's your time to pop. Oh my goodness, let me close with this. Here it is. To those who feel like they are still in the pot, waiting for your moment, I encourage you, because God encouraged me, right? Because I had the same mindset. I've been in this pot in the heat for a while. I've been going through for a lengthy period, God. And God is telling you, just like he told me, Bishop, wait for your time to pop, right? And I know you in the heat. I know it may feel uncomfortable. I know you get discouraged, but you still need to wait for your time to pop. God, there's folks all around me getting that pop on. God said, that's them. It was their time. I'm going to allow you to pop when I say you are ready to be popped, right? Don't worry about other folk popping and succeeding and progressing because they were in the same pot as you when they got their pop on. Now, all God say, don't worry about it. It was their time to pop. There's a reason why you haven't popped yet. Oh my goodness. But your time to pop is coming. God said, just you need to work on you. Continue to do what you do. Trust in me, depend on me, and all the while wait for your time to pop. Keep faith, keep trust. And when that time comes, God say it's going to be on. You got it. And popping. That God will continue to bless and keep you is my prayer. Please, saints, continue to sow seeds in this ministry. Eat up, need them tithes and offering. We're going through a lot of red tape with Fort Worth, but I ain't worried about that because evidently it ain't our time to pop. But when it is, yeah, it's going to be on and popping. God said, keep doing it, keep trusting. And next time, until next time, don't forget, wait for your time to pop. God bless you. Oh my goodness. Woo!